We are continuing to make our way out of this little side cave where we found just a few items. And this is a place that you could have gone into probably before you did the volcano. It might have been a little tough at that time. Right now it's not really so much of a challenge. But it turns out you could, before you start the fire realm or the volcano zone, you can explore these side areas. And there's a whole bunch of grass surrounding the desert that you can jump on your Zelling and cruise around without getting into fights and find a couple extra treasures that might make the time worthwhile before you go into the volcano. So check it out next time you're doing it, or if you're playing through and you come up here, definitely make a run for these side things and see if you think it's worth getting this stuff. As for me, now we're pretty much just clearing our way out of here, and I'm planning to head directly back to the palace and find out what the next quest that we need to be on is. So, a tiny bit of experience, some gold, and look at that, picked up another level. Always love it. I'm boosting the bard's dexterity a lot. I figured I should throw one on stamina, but boosting his dexterity a lot just to up his damage, because that double whip, as I've said a bunch of times, is pretty cool. Just doing a last dummy check, as they call it, to see that I didn't miss something, because it seemed like this is kind of a really small cave. There's not a whole lot in here. We'll look around. Pangolins. I was wondering what these guys were called. And they paralyze. Pangolins that paralyze. Get to use all these things like blade dance and everything else to just take them out really quickly, burning tons of prism. I mean, we don't have a whole lot between us back at the palace or back at the king's castle, so we're just gonna spam all kinds of things and kind of blast our way through these battles in a hurry. And it looks like this kind of dead ends to these sides. There are no other avenues to go down, no little side paths. I don't know that there's going to be any hidden passages, so I don't feel particularly feel the need to be like pressing on all the walls and checking if there's anything I can walk through, because it just doesn't really have that appearance that that possibility is here. So let's get out. Well, of course, one more fight before we can leave the sand. Actually taking my Mystic down pretty low there. You can't ever really underestimate them. It's easy to think that you're way OP and then something crazy happens. But yeah, we're not in too much danger necessarily. You can get too focused on just being like, oh, I'm going to take them out real quick, and not take care of your guys and end up dead. Okay, just locking in that last little bit, saving it. Did a quick, actually, little save and reload there on my app. But you can't see it because I recorded it in two tiny pieces. But anyway, hopping on the Zelling, cruising back around the perimeter of the desert, and pretty much going to make our way just directly to the king. So I'm looking at the mini-map, trying to pre-plan my way. There's this one little tiny chunk of desert that they're like force you to cross. And I think I'm heading the right direction. The river separates those two land masses, and I have to get up. That tree looks suspicious to me, so I'm like, wonder if there's anything there. Nope. Not at all. Oh, okay, and there was that other cave. So we're going to hop over the rocks. Oops. Oh, there we go. Hit the right button that time. And Yeah, it's over to the north of these. Yeah, right here. Into the palace. All right, are you ready for it? I'm going to hit the inn real quick so we're topped up so we don't forget that. And here we go with the big reveal of the next part of our story. I'm stopping at the shop to make sure nothing's changed, but other than that, we're back with the stone. Looks like the bandits are behind a lot of things. We're not sure who they're working for. We're suspecting the magician at this time. And we're kind of wondering what the magician is up to because, yeah, he could have just gone and snatched these things for himself. Is he hiring it out? What's he up to? There's some bigger plot happening. Floating Isle. All right. This kind of really cool suspended island. Some creative magic at work. Looks like we're heading to the town of Airmouth pretty quickly, and some guy down there is going to find us a way to get up into this floating island. This floating isle. Okay, well that's pretty straightforward. I guess we just bail out of town. There's nothing left to do there. However, remember I was talking before about the fact that there might be secret passages in the volcano village? Well, I'm going to head back up here. What's this place called again? Checking the end. Minteria. Okay, so here at Minteria, we'll talk to this storyteller dude. Bandits everywhere with nothing but trouble and despair. Though they think they are quick, I know the secret to Vic, Mick, and Slick. In their lair, you'll find all the things they've hidden. Okay, so all those empty boxes that were in there, the stuff is there somewhere. And that seems pretty tempting to me. Okay, within a mountain den of great heat. That's it. No tips, no hints as to where it is. Friendship and woe. A cave of wind. Chase sees sadness. Came in. Deep in the dark to find there's some armor. Okay, so all right, and then it loops back to the first one with the Gregan Caverns. I'm just cycling through those real quick because I want to get another quick read of any hint. Okay, bandits everywhere. Definitely the bandits' cave, and apparently all the loot is in there. And then in the heat, the Volcano Mountain, there's really no extra hint. But he's just telling us, hey, there's something in there. And then this one is telling us where a chase ended and where go deep into the darkness. So I don't know how helpful all of that is. Basically, he's just letting us know that there's good stuff to be found inside these places. And at my current level, like I discovered when I went around the perimeter of the desert, like if I had gotten that stuff sooner before I went into the volcano, like it could have made a pretty good difference. So, whoops, I went and tapped the whistle button to try to jump. I kind of think of it as an action button. Anyway, so if I had gotten that stuff, okay, here we are back at the Bandit's Cave. Throw down a quick save because we should be able to dash in. Wait a second. This isn't the Bandit's Cave. What am I thinking? Yeah, this is definitely... Whoops. I was thinking, yeah, it's just right up there around the corner, but it's not at all. This is that other cave where we went all the way through it and got some cool stuff on the outside of the other end of it, actually. So we need to get out of here quickly. These guys are pretty gnarly, and we need to saddle back up and head back to the desert to their hideout. Okay, the question is, how close can you get without having to march across a bunch of sand and get into a bunch of battles? So we'll take the perimeter road again, the perimeter lawn maybe. And I'm trying to just sort of place it on my mini-map and look. The town is kind of directly north of me here, and it was right of the town, so it looks like I'm heading straight at it. There's got to be a shorter way. Just run from these guys in the meantime, just because I don't want to get tied up too long. Because once again, I'm diverging from the main quest and doing a little treasure hunt. Okay, these nettle dudes. Maybe I can just blast them down real quick, so I'm going to unload some prism. Those guys hit hard. Wow. There goes my health. Never mind. Yeah, you can't let your guard down, you know? And both of them did that same needle storm right away. Okay, finish this battle off really quickly. Let's go with some blade dance. And that does it. Okay, nice little bit of gold, a little bit of experience. Gotta top up my guys. And we will see how this goes. Alright, back to the bandits' cave. Alright, let's see if we can dash through here, look for any hidden walls, any places. Now, we should meet up with those sand dudes, and there's usually one of them. And, oh, really? Oh yeah, and he has to open up with that? Like, first thing? Really? I need to heal my guys. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do that. Okay. I came through here a bunch of times before, and they, like, never use that ability. Okay, I'm thinking I don't want to burn it on this fight, but I guess just go ahead and use it up. Okay, come on, come on, be enough. Oh, he's still standing. Come on, Bard. Oh, and the Bard's ability's up. I'm gonna save it. What? Okay, he lowered our resistances, and... oh, come on! He's still not down. What? He just killed my whole party in one shot. There it is, folks. Yeah. Game over. Let's just look at that screen for a little while, because... oh no, and I'm way back at the other cave. Well, that guy had a perfect series of attacks going there, and that's probably how they're meant to run it. And at this point, I'm like, how come I didn't run into that before? I mean, I never had that much trouble going through there. And I'm like, you know, if your level's high enough, do they turn up the chances of them using their hardest abilities? That seems to me like it's possible. But wow, we just got our butts handed to us. We are so much stronger than we came through the first time, and I'm actually still stunned by that. I'm totally surprised. Like, walked in there, didn't have any trouble before, and all of a sudden, we just got destroyed by one of those guys. Wow, okay, alright, so these guys. Solar field again. Solar field again. Yeah, this is... I'm telling you, I'm a little suspicious here. I'm kind of thinking that they turn up the chances of them using their worst abilities, the higher level you are, but maybe not.